Do Rivals fans have any other emotions other than anger, rage, hatred, and malice? No, I don't think they... Yeah, horny. Thank you. Yes, horny. Extremely horny. We Rivals players are a horny people. Welcome, sinners. My name is Synthora, and were you right or were you wrong? It actually was not a Hela skin. It was a Loki skin. This is a huge surprise to me. I was on the Hela side, not because I wanted it to be a Hela skin, but because I just thought it would be a Hela skin. I did not expect them to get an entirely new voice actor, have an entirely new model, and make an entirely, basically new character for an already existing character. So this changes literally everything in Marvel Rivals, and Lurking and Ready to Strike, the Fates do not have... you know what? I can't read. I'm not reading any of this. Let's just watch the fucking video.
Make way for the goddess of mischief.
Ass and titties. Do you smash? I smash. Smash. I have a lot to say about this skin, so... Also, why do they do this to Thor every time?
Brother.
Sister?
Thor gets tortured in these... In every Loki skin reveal, Thor is there to be tortured.
Even a goddess gets tired sometimes. I'm gone. Never stood a chance. Your powers are mine!
Behold the god of thunder!
Kneel before your queen.
Nice MVP, I will say. Very nice. So this is available right now. It was available last night. And I will say I was playing when she came out. And, you know, whenever Loki gets a new skin, there's one thing that's for sure. You are going to see the most god-awful, worst Loki players you've ever seen in your entire fucking life. And that was last night, trust me. If you heard "your powers are mine" in a feminine tone, then you knew you had the worst Loki player imaginable on your fucking team. So that was last night in ranked. I was having a great fucking time. And let's start from the top. First of all, the skin looks great. Looks really good. There are some issues with it. Now, here is her... Thank you, Twitter, for reloading and fucking all my shit up. So here is her art. She got everything, man. They loaded this bitch up. We got emotes, we got a banner, we got a new, I said emote, but I meant, like in-game emote, like the little avatar ones, and then an actual movement. We got a spray, we got MVP, we got everything. Now, your first instinct might be, oh, this changes everything. Now, I still think it does change everything, but not in the way some people are thinking. So a lot of people are like, oh my god, Lady Loki, whole new model, whole new voice. We could have Miles Morales. We could have my personal favorite, John Walker. We could have Gwenpool off of Deadpool. We could have Red Hulk. We could have Jane Foster, Thor, Peggy, Captain America. We could do anything, right? This is not really that situation. This is a different situation. So I looked further into it on the whole Loki becoming Sif thing. I thought that Loki shapeshifted into Sif. He actually, like, I don't know, there's some kind of reincarnation. I'm not going to pay attention to it. It's different. Long story short, it's different. This is not that. So NetEase has already kind of expanded on this earlier. So this is from Marvel Rivals Brazil Twitter, but it's supposed to be a quote from someone at Marvel Rivals that characters like Miles Morales, Jane Foster, or even Sam Wilson or John Walker will not arrive in game as skins. They will come as playable characters. So this is good and bad news. For me, it's personally good news, rather than just skinning a character to be different, especially when it comes to Spider-Man. Spider-Man just look like Spider-Man. They're all in the Spider-Man suit, you know? It's besides voice lines, like, how are you really even gonna, like, really differentiate between them sometimes? Characters that wear helmets, sometimes it's gonna be really hard to tell who is who. A lot of times the costumes do change, but it's not really as iconic, you know? From more of a design standpoint, it would be much cooler to have these characters have their own identity and be their own characters, especially when it comes to like Gwenpool and stuff like that. So this does open up a lot. The Lady Loki skin is really more work than I ever thought they would put into a skin. Like, I stand corrected, and I apologize to the Marvel Rivals team as a whole. I did not think you guys were gonna go so fucking hard, but I never think they're good. They always go hard. It's like they won't stop. So that aside, we have issues with the Lady Loki skin. Let's be honest, okay? First of all, I don't give a shit about it personally. I want my characters to be men. I don't like playing as chicks. So this is irrelevant to me. So the first complaint from people that aren't me. Really cool, right? She's actually gonna have her own icon. So you will not only have the skin in game, everyone will know that you're a simp by you'll have an icon. Now the complaint with this icon is that there is only one icon. There is not a Lord Lady Loki icon. When you say that, it's pretty funny. But there is just this one icon. So Lord Loki players are highly offended that they do not get the dick sucking they deserve for being Lord with Loki. They are Lady with Loki. So you lose out on the Lord icon. This may or may not be something. I realize I'm covering it, so you can't even see it. This might be something they might add with enough player feedback. If you don't remember the great Doctor Strange crisis of 2025, where they came out with that badass, amazing Doctor Strange costume that was zombied, and in the trailer he had all these arms coming out of his shoulders, and then in game he had no arms coming out of his shoulders. This was like 9/11 for Doctor Strange fans, all right? And then they added it later. So if we've learned anything in Marvel Rivals, it's bitch as hard as you can. And you might get what you want. 2. Why the fuck is she so big? This bitch is huge. Now, I thought this in the trailer. If you haven't really seen, Loki, for some reason, in Marvel Rivals has terrible fucking posture. He does this, like, hunch over thing when he's, like, standing. I don't really know why. I think it was to make him more support-like, visually, because Loki is tall as fuck. He is taller than everyone in game, pretty much. He's taller than the tanks. If you crank that spine, he is big. And I think that they wanted him visually to appeal smaller so that he would be more support-like. But with Lady Loki, they arched that fucking back. They throwing it back, and they put her in heels. So she's huge. So visually, she is much taller than her male version, which is weird. This is either very pay to win or very pay to lose. And I will explain why. So how is it pay to lose? Well, if you're a bigger character, you could get hit by more things. So if you're making yourself bigger and you're a support character with low health, you don't want to be hit, and you're getting hit more. Now, we have been doing experiments on the hitbox. Is it actually bigger? Or is it smaller? It could be very pay to win because you appear bigger, and when Hela's trying to headshot you, you don't actually have a bigger hitbox. She be missing all them headshots. So pay to win or pay to lose, I don't think we've really experimented enough yet on knowing if the hitbox is actually as big as the model implies. I'll have to report on that later. 3. Third complaint. Why the fuck does her face look so weird in game? This, like, this is the concept art. Who is she? Cause she ain't that baddie. This a baddie. This, what, you know what it is? The comments are like, oh, it's her neck. Oh, it's because she's looking up instead of down. No, it's the chin to lip ratio. There's something very wrong here. The chin to lip ratio be fucked up in this. She looks like terrible in this. She looks good as fuck in this. You see how much lower and bigger her lips are bigger here? They're smaller here. And the chin, and then you have the chin is not forward. It looks bad. All right, I think it looks bad personally. You know, you could just not be looking at her face. But this is a butter face, all right? Her face is rounder. Her lips be looking weird, all right? I personally hate it. She looked like a baddie here. She looked like a pissy teenager here. So, I don't know. Maybe this reminds me of the Christmas Bucky MVP screen that looks like it's out of nightmares. Something goes wrong in the in-game rendering with the facial expressions, you know? There's just something really off about this. And, okay, yeah, so that's our complaints. And that is Lady Loki's skin. I will admit, absolutely amazing. I love the voice actress they got for her. Very, very cool sounding. The skin itself looks like there was a lot of work put into it. And this has made a lot of people really happy. Not me, but other people. I'm very happy for them. So this is actually, though, it does make me happy as well, kind of like inadvertently, because this was more work than I ever thought they would put into a single skin. That is not like, this is also not a mythic quality skin like a lot of people were thinking, that this was going to be a whole new tier of skin that was going to be really, really expensive. And it is not mythic quality, it's just legendary quality. So let me know in the comments down below, were you right? Were you Team Loki or Team Hela? Are you pleasantly surprised by this? Are you a Hela main that has been displaced by not looking like your brother? Let me know in the comments below.